I'm recording this video while I'm frying up a pork chop and some asparagus. Got the oven broiling for a little bit of a baguette. It's about 90 degrees outside, so as you can imagine, inside my apartment is like a sweat lodge. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Well, here's the deal, everybody. I just got done playing a solid hour of Star Wars Republic Commando, a game that I beat before Christmas time. Hell, before Thanksgiving. I beat it however many months ago that was. So why, you're probably asking yourself, Jack, why are you playing it now? Well, everybody, if you must fucking know, I am gathering footage because I am coming out with an Xbox original retrospective. I'm coming out with the big guns, so that everyone who actually watches these videos can sit their ass down in front of the television with a big fucking meal and watch something. The Xbox retrospective, alright? If any of you have some Xbox games that you could recommend to me, based on the games that I'm playing for this series, if there's any like good first-person like Splinter Cell, there's an example of something I would recommend to me. So recommend away seriously, because if there's some good suggestions, I'll play it and I'll play it and maybe I'll make a video on it. Anyway, yeah, that's the introduction to this Xbox thing. Now, there's one last thing I want to bring up in regards to the Xbox. While I'm cooking my second pork chop dinner, complete with asparagus, for the second night in a row. It was $3 for 2 pork chops, $3 for a ton of asparagus, and about $1.50 for 2 little baguettes. Plus some mangoes, some red pepper. You really can't beat it, huh? Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to bring up that I don't know if I'll get around to otherwise is the fact that the Xbox is an M-rated system, as far as I'm concerned. Now, somehow, Star Wars Republic Commandos did not receive an M rating despite being basically the same type of game as Halo, same type of game as Doom. And the only reason for that I can infer is that you don't kill any human beings. You know, in every other game that's got an M rating, you're killing some human beings, there's blood. But that's kind of beside the point, right? What I want to talk about is that this is an M-rated system. These are mature. What does M mean? It means mature. This is a mature system. These are mature games. Now, of course, there's mature games on the PS2. There's a mature game on the GameCube, as far as I know, Eternal Darkness. But Jesus, Eternal Darkness barely constitutes as an M game. PS2, yeah, you got Silent Hill, you got some pretty notable M games, but I grew up with the PlayStation 2, and all the games I played were not rated M. Now, of course, if you grew up with the Xbox, you might not have grown up with any rated M games either, but as far as I knew, growing up, and to this day, the Xbox is where you went to play these M-rated games. There's something about this mature rating that's still, to this day, kind of psychs me out a little bit. I'm like, oh, goddamn. I remember when I used to see M-rated games as a wee tyke, that M would kind of instill some sort of abstract fear within me. You know? There was something almost evil about an M rating back in the day. In fact, the first M-rated game I played was also the first PlayStation 2 game I played, which was the video game adaptation of The Thing, which is apparently kind of a good game. And you know the thing, and you know, you people out there might even know the game, the thing. And if you know the game, the thing, then you know that seriously, this was an M-rated game. Like, there was blood, there was guts, it was creepy, there's aliens and shit. It felt, at the time when I was watching my uncle play this thing, it felt like something almost otherworldly. The M rating added something to that. And that's what I'm getting at. Is that the M rating, for me anyway, adds something substantial to all these games. Not that it makes a difference, because Jesus Christ, I've played some M-rated games. But Black Ops and Modern Warfare and whatever new rated M games I played, not that those are new, but that's sort of where I'm at in terms of video games, never seemed like rated M games. They just seem like, well, that's just what games are nowadays. It's violent and bad for you. But there's something to be said about giving, Chronicles of Riddick or Doom 3 an M rating back in the day. Back when I guess I'm really going full old man here. Back when rated M fucking meant something. That's what I'm going for. Is that rated M used to mean something. Not really, but in line with what I'm going to talk about in terms of the Doom game, which is sort of where I make my most recent observation on this system. The M for these games, because I was aware of them as a kid, because they were games that I might have played as a kid, because they're rated M, and because I'm playing them now, and because I kind of understand the cultural context, they still have this sort of ephemeral sense of being spooky. There's something surrounding them. There's an aura that they have that is there because it was rated M, and it was rated M when I was that age, and I didn't get to play it for that reason. Like, fucking Call of Duty is rated M, but that doesn't matter, because I was allowed, like, no one gave a shit when I played no one gave a fuck when I played Call of Duty. Nobody was like, Jack, that's a rated M game. There's something about basically having been denied a game at a certain age because you weren't able to comprehend it. And that's sort of what I feel when I think about these rated M games on the Xbox. It's not as much that they were scary. Of course they're scary, but my earliest memory of a rated M game, The Thing, was not so much that I was frightened of it. Well, of course I was, but it was that, Jack, you can't comprehend it. There's something about it that you simply cannot comprehend. It exists outside of you, and you can't possibly get it. And in playing these games, minus Republic Commandos, technically rated T, in playing these games, these mature games, I still pick up on that a little bit. I'm still a little bit in awe of all these games, and I'm still excited by the sort of the aura, the sparkle surrounding all of these for that reason. And I wanted to make note of this whole rated M thing. So just some food for thought, everybody. It's time that I ate my pork chop.